Hey everybody, Fox here. Of course, I have a 1 versus 1 again for you guys. This map will be on Angoville, and our two players here will be zeroshift, and down here in the south position, up here in the north position, we actually have luckySTILET playing as our Americans. So I'm going to start from the 10-second mark, starting in 3, 2, 1. Play 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Before this game starts to take off, I actually have a few things I want to point out. A few issues actually you guys pointed out. One is the audio quality. I do understand there is a white noise that some of you are hearing. I actually don't hear it myself. There's a background noise when I first record, and I go in Audacity and I remove that background noise, and then if I do it too much I can hear that white noise, so I minimized it so it doesn't happen. But apparently some of you are still hearing it, and I understand how annoying it is, and I really want more viewers, I really want more subscribers, so I'm definitely going to try and fix that. I think I'm going to be getting a new mic, the Yeti mic. I heard that's a really good mic. It's about $100, so it better be damn good. If you guys know anything about microphones or tips really, please shoot me a PM or a comment or anything like that. Just let me know. I'm trying to research it, trying to get better at this. Second of all, I do ask for criticism still. Usually I see comments like great cast, good cast, which I do appreciate. I do have a Gmail account just for YouTube, so every morning I check my phone to see if I have any comments or anything like that. Just like some people are addicted to Facebook, I'm addicted to anything you guys say, any new subscribers I get, any new notifications. So if you guys have any deep criticism, what I'm really looking for, but any comments will do fine. I just want to go ahead and keep improving, because I look at Krebs, it look like Inverse's channels. I'm pretty jealous about how many subscribers they got. Krebs has got about almost 3,000. I know he's about to hit the 3,000 mark, and Inverse, he's around 1,600, and I know they've been doing it a lot longer and they have more experience. But please let me know so I can build on that. And I'm going to hop right into this game, and it looks like zeroshift, our Panzer Elite player, is going to go on to the left hand side. So far not too much happening. Our American player hasn't been able to cap too much in the meantime. He is going to kind of go on the right hand side for the most part. He did decide to build 3 engineers, which will of course increase your capping power, and we're going to have 3 actually Panzer Grenadiers from our Panzer Elite player. 4 now on the field. Doesn't look like he has built anything. Going to check it. No, he has not built anything, so just opting not to build any buildings yet. He's just going to go for a straight push with quite a few infantry, and it looks like we will have an engagement over here on the right hand side eventually, and you can see he's actually grabbing this left hand side, but rifles do have something to say about that. They did just get the upgrade, but you might need a little bit more, especially if those rifles are in pursuit of you. And looks like he's just going to try to go over here, try to shoo away those engineers just so they won't be able to cap that. Try to take that the damage from the rifles as much as possible, and try to get rid of that engineer squad. But I'm not sure if it's going to be able to work here. These rifles now have closed in. They're picking away at it. Engineer squad, those very low on health, he does not get it, so he will retreat it. And unfortunately, the engineer squad will be able to stay here and cap as much as they want. Over here on the right hand side, doesn't look like too much was happening. He did show away 1 engineer squad over here in the corner, but they may later on come back over here to help a flank perhaps, or come back to recap that high field point. Once that Panzer Grenadier does decide to go away, you can see another engineer squad is actually going to push over here on the right hand side, and that pretty much gets rid of anything the PE player has over here that he has capped. So far the American player has beat back him on the right hand side, and looks like zeroshift had decided to go engage on the left hand side. I did forget one thing. I just remembered a little bit about the background on these two players. Zeroshift, he's very high level. I believe he's I just checked, he's level 16 across all levels, and I know Lucky a little more known across the Company of Heroes community. He's level 16 across the board. I believe he's level 20. It was the American faction, so they both are very, very high level players, both very, very good. And so far not too much happening. They are pretty even. I like Lucky. He has been able to retreat his units very low on health, but he is managing to keep them. It looks like we actually will have a weapon support center coming out for our American player. So far our PE player hasn't built anything just yet, still sticking to his Panzer Grenadiers, which he can build straight out of the HQ if you're new to Company of Heroes. And this little kitten here continuing the cap, I want to keep that alive as much as possible. That really can be a game changer while you're fighting. This guy's out there capping. He's not faster than your average unit, of course, and that can really decide, you know, you got a good portion of the map even though you are losing fights. But so far American player, as I said earlier, will hold on to the right hand side for sure. Zero Shift is going to take the left hand side, and let's see if it decides to stay like that, especially when the weapon support center here is built for Lucky. I'm not sure what he probably is going to go for. A sniper. It seems pretty popular among American players just because, as you can see here, there's only 1, 2, 3 guys per squad. So once that sniper takes a shot and then takes a few hits from the rifles, loses another guy, you pretty much got to retreat that unit, or you go double snipers and force an instant retreat. So it looks like Lucky is actually going to go here on the right hand side and try to take out this building, which he is doing successfully. Only one rifle squad up here in the north position, not going to do too much damage against these two squads over here, and he will have to retreat. Will he get the rifle squad? Oh, and he does, unfortunately. Retreats it just a little too late, especially it takes time to get out of that building, and then you're retreating down here, especially in the negative cover. But he did get it without them going to that negative cover anyway. I do kind of realize it's a little bit quiet on the game volume, so I'm going to turn up just a tad here. Where is it at? Master volume. I do have it to set where I can listen to the game volume at the same time, so I hope it is pretty accurate, and I hope it's not going too loud over my voice, but I think it should be good to go. So it looks like Zero Shift has decided to take the right hand side of the map now this time, and it looks like he kind of just gave up the left hand side. Really, maybe if I can go to the right, push him out, and then switch back to the left. And so far it looks like it is working out. He did build these tank traps here for a possible mine placement if he really wants to. And why did he build tank traps instead of barbed wire? That's simply because that allows pretty much engineers won't be able to cut that. I mean, it's pretty much stuck there. You know, you can't cut it with barbed wire cutters or anything like that. So it's going to stay there, and you're pretty much forced to go down this middle when he does place down a mine if he decides to later on. So over here on the right hand side, looks like Zero Shift is benefiting pretty well here, winning most of his fights. And actually, yes, we do have a sniper out. Does up to 3 kills, forces one Panzer Grenadier squad to retreat. And I think he needs to chase down that sniper if he can. It actually goes on full retreat, so I'm not sure if that was a mistake. Kind of maybe freaked out a little bit too much over this one sniper here, because he could have ran that one sniper out at least, force it to retreat, and then come back onto those rifles. And I think he would have been okay. I'm not 100% sure on that, but man, he's got a lot of units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we may be seeing the upgrade where you can put 4 per squad, and that will definitely help versus snipers and really infantry overall. So we do have the, I believe that's called the ammunitions car. You are able to place it down on a point, kind of like the British HQ. Just kind of plop it down on one of these points. You'll get extra resources, and then your opponent cannot cap that point until it destroys that vehicle. Zero Shift actually shifting back to the left hand side. Lucky, he doesn't have a lot of units, you've noticed, but he's been able to kill more with less, which is very good, very cost effective, obviously, because he has that sniper, 3 kills, and then he has an MG that's actually capping. Hasn't been able to use it just yet, but he's doing very well for very few units what he has, compared to the capping power of our PE player, having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squads plus that kitten. And here is, excuse me, it was a scout car, I guess. It was not the car I was talking about, but the scout car, little cutesy, really doesn't do a whole lot of damage compared to its counterpart, the armored car, which is much stronger, but we could see that here in the future. So we actually have the MG set up now, as well as a sniper in here. One more shot to the squad will force the retreat, and let's see if he can try to take out, what is he going to go for? The scout car now going to hop in here, which will, that's what it is, of course, duh. Scout car, obviously a great counter towards the sniper. Sniper isn't going to be able to do anything, but it is in the building, so it can take a little more damage here, and these squads are in huge danger. 2 rifles around that building, as well as a sniper firing at it, and then the MG. He will probably lose this squad here, unfortunately, so really all he can do is keep it in there, and here goes. He's going to retreat. Rifles are going to try to pick it off, or try to cut it off, and I think he will be able to do it. Sniper, oh, so close to dying, so he does manage to get that away. Now the sniper is somewhat in trouble. These rifles, though, can do damage to the scout car, as well as the MG is very low on health, so he's very desperate for, oh, and he loses the Panzer Grenadier squad. Very desperate for both players right here. Did he kill the sniper? I didn't pay attention. Actually, the building hopped on me, and it hops into this building. Now it's hopping out of the building. It's trying to micro behind the building, but it gets stuck on the shack, and unfortunately gets killed by the scout car. And I believe the scout car will book it out of here unless it decides to go for that MG. Does have the damage engine though, so it may get picked off. Do we have any reinforcements? No, not the Ketten. The Ketten actually just going to cap here, but the scout car in very big trouble. This MG will take it out, so both heavy losses on both sides, even taking out the pole right there. And I think the American player may have come out slightly on top. He did lose a sniper, but it was only 1 unit. Snipers are very expensive, but even the scout car plus a Panzer Grenadier squad is a little too much over a sniper, I'd say so. So it looks like he is going to stop the American player from the push and be able to reclaim the right-hand side. I'm kind of surprised he kind of just caps one side and then just gives it up to Lucky, and then he goes on to the other side, and he did leave one squad here, but that's not going to hold it, so I'm not sure what his plan is here. Maybe he's trying to hold like a portion of the other side, where he holds the left-hand side and then switch it back to the left-hand side. If that made any sense, really. We actually have the light AT half-track, which is perfect. It can take out, obviously, the treads. You can see he just used it, so now it's immobilized. Now this can safely back up, pick away at the M8 car. These guys can't really do much damage to the M8 car, obviously, but that does immobilize it, so it can't go around picking away at your units. And this allows the AT half-track to slowly pick away at it. However, it does take damage itself. It doesn't have a lot of armor, so really he needs to, if he can, take these guys to repair it, because he has a second M8 car onto the AT, and I think he will lose this AT half-track. And one more shot will probably take it out, and yes, he does take it out, unfortunately. But at the same time, he does manage to take out the M8 armored car, but the second one here can kind of go on free reign versus these units. You really can't do much, especially with the rifles now in play and the MG, so he will have to get out of here on the left-hand side. Now back over on the right-hand side, however, continuing to cap. Very nice play by zeroshift, and it looks like zeroshift is dominating the majority of the map so far. It's just our American player, really, he only can stick to one side because he has so few units, and the MG is not very mobile. The sniper earlier is not very mobile. Of course, he did lose it. And really stick to one side, kind of slow cap it and defend it with your MGs, kind of like a Vermont player, really. And really the only thing is the M8 car that can be mobile, that can attack one side and then quickly switch back to the other. Excuse me, if he really needs it. He did build a second AT half-track, which he will probably be able to take out this M8 car, especially when he does use the immobilization. Oh, it takes out the Ketten, unfortunately. That will hinder a little bit of capping power. And here comes the ability, I believe, destroyed engine, and almost immobilized. Over here on the left-hand side, though, we have some fighting. Is he going to pay attention, though? Hopefully he retreats the squad as it is burning up. He does manage to retreat. Going back here on the right-hand side. Crippled, not immobilized, crippled, trying to get out of there, unfortunately, but the AT half-track can't take that damage because it is full health. Just kind of brute force it, take out the half-track or M8 armored car, and come out on top. Go ahead and repair that, and yes, main gun destroyed. And it probably will go down. And back over here on the left-hand side, looks like both players micromanaging on both hand sides. Oh, takes out the engineer squad. Unfortunately, with the flamethrower upgrade. Back here on the right-hand side, did the M8 armored car get away? No, it did explode. As you can see, all the tires all around the place, the debris and whatnot. So that really all will do is provide green cover munitions for whoever wants to salvage that. The army is still rather large for the Panzer Elite player. zeroshift. He is going to build that up. He's getting that upgrade now for his units, which will allow 4 per squad. here in just a few seconds. And Zero Shift saying, yeah, 2 M8s, and yep, there goes the upgrade. Am I stupid or not? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm so embarrassed. I thought that was the upgrade. Obviously, that's another thing I need to work on, Panzer Elite knowledge. I know one guy said, hey, the game's been out a long time, you gotta know this stuff. Especially as a caster, it is kind of ridiculous, I should know. I know. But anyway, it looks like an AT half-track, AT gun getting a little cut out of position. And it should be good to go, especially in the range of that MG bunker. I'm lucky he was next to his base before he did get caught. And PE player not doing too bad. VPs are 391 to 426. Zero Shift so far doing pretty well here, especially now he's getting all his buildings. Will we see the Panzer group, the two Panthers out? You do need all buildings built and then the upgrade, then you can call them out. It takes a little while to get them, but once you get them, they're definitely worth it. Very powerful. Sometimes they are the killing blows. So far, American player still not too many units, but they are pretty good units. Sniper, very expensive. MG as well, not very mobile, but can take you on head on. He did build a second sniper on the field, and let's see what that does. Hopefully he can keep it alive, as he really does need to keep it alive. Ooh, very nice play by the Panzer Elite player. They can destroy temporarily, render certain points, I call them disabled, which you can see he did over here. Ooh, very sexy grenade. Not going to do too much though. Sniper over here will force him back, especially when you don't have any support. Really, only these guys right here, but one shot from the sniper will force a retreat. So really, he needs to pull that back now or retreat it. I'm not sure if he's keeping it there for scouting information or it's just idle. But as I was saying earlier, he did disable this. Ooh, we actually have a unit all the way up here, and I'm not sure what was going on over there, but he did disable this, and you can see that does cut off the American player from the plus 16 munitions, so he will need to get a unit over here to repair it and then cap it. So it's going to be a while before he gets more munitions. And we actually have an armored car out here on the field, so it's all going to come to this AT gun. Yes, rifles can do damage to the armored car, but the armored car, Zero Shift, is more than on a high enough level to micro the armored car, kite it, come back and repair this. AT gun needs to stay alive, keep it in the distance, and if he does lose that AT gun, he's gonna be in big trouble because he only has 2 rifles. He can kite those 2 rifles easily and then start doing the damage to that MG and that sniper, pretty much render them useless here. And almost taking out Panzer Grenadier Squad, but he's managed to retreat. So let's see what he does with this armored car. Excuse me, that's a scout car over here. The armored car is down here in the south position. What he's going to do is move over here on the left-hand side with the bulk of his army. American player, he needs a little more units. I think it's a little scary here. He's splitting up his units, which he should not do. I really don't think he should do that, especially when, okay, I can see what he's trying to do. He's not exactly splitting up his units. He's sending one rifle squad to the left-hand side to kind of ninja cap. If any, it doesn't really hurt. If anything goes down, which it just did, just retreat it, bring it back to your main army, and if anything, you got scouting information. So now you know his movements are on the left-hand side, and especially when they go right by your point. I'm actually viewing the Panzer Elite player, so you can't see what I'm talking about. But since he's capping this point, obviously he's going to have a good view of what's coming. And we actually have a third M8 armored car. Hopefully we can use this a little bit better. The last 2 got taken out very, very quickly by that light AT half-track, which is actually over here now. And so he needs to keep that at a distance, which he is playing smart with that one this time. And the AT gun facing, not sure what he's going to do. He's keeping it in the back so far. This is going to be very, very important, keeping the M8 armored car. So far, I think the Panzer Elite player actually has the little advantage. Looks like we did have a Panzer Grenadier Squad throw a flaming grenade in there. But AT half-track, man, disable that, and then the armored car will come out of nowhere, take that out real quick, and then get the hell out of there. But we'll see what happens. Looks like a sniper, though, going on town. He does manage to hold back the Panzer Elite player with ease. I mean, he's forced all his 3 squads to retreat and really can now safely move on left-hand side. Because of that sniper, really, I mean, the sniper doing its job there, taking Oh, only has 3 kills. Expect a little more. So now the armored car has been revealed. AT gun trying to get in the position. MA armored car does a little bit of damage to it, so it will force it back. However, where is the light AT half track? It's actually all the way back here for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. He needs to bring it back up here. And these two guys need to do a teamwork right here. AT half track comes out to take out your treads. This AT gun's got its back. And if that armored car comes around to take out the AT gun, this MA armored car has got its back, especially with these rifles around the area too. So rifles gonna try to get that VP. VPs are 391, 356, still pretty even. Armored car once again, a little suppression, not too much happening, not too many big battles to be honest. Really some really tight, close skirmishes so far have been happening. The American player, nice little MG here, will force that Panzer Grenadier squad to get out of there, especially with the I'm tired. M8 in there. However, it does get immobilized, and yes, by our lovely AT half track, and unfortunately his buddy over here, the AT gun is out of position, so now the AT half track can go to town on that M8 armored car. However, it's taken quite a bit of damage. Oh no, he has a second AT gun over here on the left hand side, so he does force it back. The M8 armored car is good to go, only lost about 1/4 of its health, and should have engineers on the way. And I don't see it actually. We have a sniper here. Oh no, we'll get caught by the armored car. He is trying to micro it away. It does get revealed, and now the armored car will spot it. The sniper is in deep shit. Oh man. AT gun though, both AT guns both facing the same way. Hey, we got your back. Sniper is good to go. That was very, very close though. Sniper does have 7 kills, and these AT guns have definitely paid for themselves, saving that main armored car and saving that sniper. So a little bit of push here by our Panzer Elite Patrol. He did get the tank hunter, instantly kills the M8 armored car. Very, very powerful. Obviously, if you can kill tanks, it can kill your armored car. And he did use that little range ability. However, it is low on health. It is, low on armor. So a few shots will take out that tank hunter. It is very kind of clunky. Obviously, that turret doesn't turn like a regular tank turret. It can't do 360. Can't even do 180. Does just a little bit of range here. You pretty much got to shoot everything in front. And with these AT guns so far, I gotta say they are the backbone, the meat of this army. If he loses these, he's screwed. So he's gonna do a slight push here on the right hand side. He needs to do a slow, steady push. Be smart about it. Don't get too cocky here. So maybe send one unit over left hand side like he's doing now with the engineer squad. Actually placing mines here. Placing mines here, and just kind of ninja cap if you can. You might as well take it. We actually have artillery out here on the field from our Panzer Elite player, and that's going to be very, very annoying. This is going to counter those AT guns very, very well once he spots them out. And our American player does not know he has artillery yet. Does not know what doctrine he's gone. So it's a good possibility that he may lose these AT guns because he won't be expecting it. Of course, you can listen to the sound effects and whatnot. Ooh, that's a nasty mine. Almost taking out a unit there. Does force one to retreat. And then the sniper here as well. So really, he cannot push with these guys. I'd opt to bring these guys back or hide them behind the building for the time being. And that's a double vent sniper, and I'm not entirely sure what the bonus is, unfortunately. But we have 2 snipers here on the field. Taking a shot at that one. We'll be able to decap that and then retreat. Oh, needs to be careful though. This second sniper is about to show up. He needs to retreat it now. Getting a little too greedy. No, he's not actually going to. That must be because there's a fight going on somewhere. Oh, the artillery. Oh, will he take out the sniper? Oh no! Takes out both snipers with the Hummel. And these guys are safe to actually, they retreated, but still, that sucks so much. Oh, yes, and Lucky not very happy about that. Stupid random. And, oh, man, that's not good. The randomness, of course, competitive heroes can always favor you or not favor you. Really, it's just the luck factor there. Which kind of affects competitive heroes' competitive play, but still, I think it makes things a lot more exciting. So unfortunately, loses both snipers there, and that's pretty huge. Those snipers were great support because he only has 2 rifles and an MG squad to take on any infantry, and then these infantry are pretty much anti-infantry because they got those MP44s upgraded on them, and they do very, very well against the American infantry right now, especially because he does not have bars out at all. So really just bare bone infantry. I think he has grenades. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember seeing any early in the game, but we may see some soon or later. Looks like the AT gun. I believe the AT gun is pretty good at sniping units actually. Yeah, you can see that sniping another unit, sniped 2 guys out of that squad. So as you can see, I was up to 4 kills. So it's not only good against vehicles, but good against infantry as well. I'm not entirely sure that was intentional. I think that's kind of unfair. I have seen it snipe snipers as well, which is pretty annoying. And ooh, we actually have artillery going off once again. Not going to take out too much, however, it will do damage on the barracks over time, and may eventually get taken out. We'll see how that goes. Ooh, AT gun actually going to force the half track back, and as you can see, our PE player once again has managed to disable the point over here on the left hand side, which does cut him off over here. Oh, actually, he did lose an MG. Just caught that. The American player, unfortunately, in big trouble, losing 2 of his snipers, losing the MG, and the P player is really pretty much walking over his units right now. His AT gun as well is probably going to lose that. I don't see any reinforcements coming out, as the 2 rifles are over here on the left hand side. One more shot will take it out. Ooh, he actually built another sniper because he needs those so bad, and I was kind of surprised that one sniper did force a retreat, and he really... Oh, excuse me. Sorry. He really should have just went for the... I think he could have went for the AT gun perhaps, but... Oh well, it is what it is. I guess you might as well play it safe. Most of his units over here in base, actually, only 2 units. So I think it's really going to come down to the artillery. See what the artillery can do, especially against these 2 AT guns here. He does know where the AT guns are at. Is it going to fire? No, it's not firing just yet. AT maybe just waiting for him to take a more solid position here. You can see these Panzer Grenadiers aren't retreating just yet. They are staying still. Oh, now it is firing because he's trying to keep it there as long as possible. Try to keep the American players still and bait him out. But unfortunately, it looks like he does overshoot it by a long shot, and we'll have to retreat anyway. So the AT gun over here hugging the right hand side of the map. Very nice positioning by Lucky, and another one over here as well. Booby trap trigger, will he notice it? And yes, he does. Unfortunately, the units did not move fast enough, and if you have a problem with booby traps in game, really they only blow up on one side, so just move the guys over on the other side and you're pretty much good to go to dodge it. So they're not too hard to deal with, really. You just got to be a little quick. Once the booby trap has been enabled, sign popped up, click on it and then move them over, and you'll be good to go. So over here looks like we have a flank coming from our Panzer Elite player. Ooh, the AT gun does manage to get out of there. However, one may get caught out in the middle. Sniper trying to frantically get up here in the north position, start taking shots at him, as well as the rifles over here actually pulling back everything to save that AT gun. And that does allow perhaps positioning by our Panzer Elite player. No, actually, he's not doing anything else over here on the front side. So yes, he is going to go for that sniper. Is he trying to chase? Desperately trying to chase it down. Still no bars from our rifles. He does manage to slow the rifle down, which will allow the MP44 to start walking all over it and instantly kills it. Very nice micro by our Panzer Elite player to slow it and then allow his anti-infantry to roll over that. Unfortunately, not like the American player could have done too much. Probably should have retreated it. Well, if he did retreat it, it would still have been slow on the retreat and would have gone back towards the Panzer Grenadier units that were shooting it. So I guess that was kind of his best option. Didn't have too many options there. So unfortunately, did lose another sniper. So PE player still dominating the map. BPs are 391 and 195. American player in quite a bit of trouble here. Continuing to take artillery hits. We do see artillery firing again. Up to 3 kills. He may fire into this base here. This is just such a juicy spot. Even if you don't get infantry, you will get this medic bunker. You will do quite a bit of damage to a few buildings. He's just so bunched up here. I'm surprised he hasn't fired yet. Maybe on cooldown. I cannot tell. But he does force both units back. Both rather full on health. Does say, hey, might as well treat him. And then bring him back to the fight. I'm tired. Obviously, it's getting pretty late here, and I'm waking up. I have to do PT in the morning, but it's all good. I still want to cast this game. American player has double snipers again. These are a lot of snipers, a lot of manpower. And oh, one more shot will take out this squad, and it will get away. Very, very close there. zeroshift is like, are you kidding me? You got 2 snipers again. I guess they're just very, very annoying for zeroshift to deal with. And he did get a little lucky last time because his artillery was able to take it out. So let's see if he can deal with it. He did deal with that one sniper earlier, but obviously he doesn't like snipers very much, as I don't like them either. When they're against me. If you saw that last game that I played against Snide, you'll obviously understand. The sniper got 60 kills on me. It's ridiculous. And we got another nice flank coming from our PE player. It looks like he unfortunately had to retreat one because they're just taking way too much damage, especially with that flamethrower engineer getting the shots on him. And the double snipers here, 2 more shots may force a retreat, and actually 1 shot will, and oh no, will he lose it? Snipers are trying to chase it down. He does pop out of camels, so they do get that speed bonus. Here comes double shots. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, and they both missed. Does manage to get away, and very lucky for our Panzer Elite player. So he does have 1, 2, 3 squads. Unfortunately, he's lost quite a. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, my mistake. 1 is actually hiding in over here by the AT half-track icon, and he has one up here on the left-hand side that has been capping. It looks like our American player rebuilding his army, getting a little bit stronger. Has his M8 armored car again, so he does have a possibility of coming back. He needs to keep his units, so he cannot keep losing units. And this time, hopefully, he doesn't lose any units. Really, I think if he lost any snipers again, or anything like that, he would be in huge trouble. Ooh, it looks like that mine did manage to pay off there that he did put about 15 minutes ago, and he will start picking away at that bunker. Once he takes out that bunker, that does allow free reign for any infantry to walk in here and start picking off any units that did retreat, especially those snipers. If those snipers retreat and there's a squad in your base, you pretty much lost them. They can go into your HQ, but that does just delay their death sometimes, but you never know. You never know. So he is pulling back units. Unfortunately, he has to pull back units to deal with this threat near his base at the same time. Or zeroshift is going to attack with 4 units, 4 squads up here in the north position. Not much can deal with this M8 armored car though. However, there's just so many guys. He can just take the damage and continue to cap and push the rest of the army back. Is slowing down that sniper. So really, now the army is kind of consolidated because he's been pushed back on both sides. He is a bit sandwiched. However, these vehicles over on the left-hand side are pretty damaged. They are out of the fight. Unless he decides to get a little cocky with them. Oh, takes out the M8 armored car, unfortunately. And we have artillery. Oh, once again hitting the snipers. Bad luck for Lucky, unfortunately. And he will. Oh, does manage to take out the Panzer Grenadier squad. So that is a plus for our American player. But so far, I don't think it's enough just yet. He does have to. He does have bars now, so he can start focus firing down one squad, do quite a bit of damage. AT guns trying to desperately do what they can. However, these squads are just too powerful. They have quite a decent amount of ooh, oh, mines going off too as well. They do have quite a bit of veterancy, especially those MP44s. Man, those mines! There's so many mines, and those mines did save those 2 AT guns, and they will save the day. So we actually have some sector artillery coming in from our PE player. I'm just going to read it out instead of try to explain it. If you're new to Company of Heroes, of course, have the selected sector, which is this area right here, as you can see on the attack map. Have monitored for enemy activity, saturating the area with artillery until enemy activity ceases. So if any infantry walk in there, artillery start laying down, and it is pretty much a pain in the butt. That did cost 200 munitions, so it is of course not free, but it is very beneficial, especially when you're trying to defend a point, especially when you get it this close to your opponent's base. So really, he needs to be careful. This is so close to his base. Oh man, he needs to be careful, almost taking out a good portion of those units there. He does have a sniper as well into that field. I can't even see it. There it is. And does get very, very lucky. Get it from that, but damn. So he is going to do a push on the right hand side. Still manage to keep these rifles alive. I'm pretty sure these are the guys, same rifles that have been here from the beginning of the game. I don't remember, or at least I haven't seen any units lost. He does manage to take out, I believe that was a scout car over here that had that munitions, and pretty much that is a win for an American player. I think our American player is doing rather well still, though. 2 engineer squads over here going to try ninja capping. That's VPs of 391 to 106. They're getting a little bit more desperate, and oh man, we may see the Panther battle group. He is up 300 manpower, so be just a little bit before he gets that. Perhaps he's not going to try and engage anytime soon, simply because, oh man, he needs to stop using these vehicles, though. That is what the American player needs, though. That is what Lucky needs to come back to this game. Slowly pick away at the Panzer Elite Army. I don't think he wants to engage just yet. I think he's trying to hold out just longer for that Panther battle group, because when you do engage, obviously you're going to lose units. Obviously you need to start reinforcing them. If you don't, you're going to start losing territory, and you can see he actually is losing it now. But so let's see what he decides to do. Looks like he is going to move out, but let's see how aggressive he decides to get with his units, because he is about 500 manpower, so he's about halfway to that Panther battle group. Will he just go for the straight cutoff? Well, oh no, there are 2 snipers here and an AT gun, and there are 4 squads coming down. I thought it was 4. 3 squads, regardless, coming down onto them. 2 snipers over here, count in the open, takes out one. Second one just now retreating. Unfortunately, just a little too slow on that, and he will take out the AT gun as well. And now the armored car going straight into the base, will take out these engineers easily, and he could go for that sniper if he decides to. Artillery even going off into the main base. So if the American player does decide to retreat his units to desperately save these units, he will unfortunately lose those as well. So now he's just mowing down the base, and unfortunately Lucky here, I think this is the end for him, asking the level of Zero Shift. He did get a rather good opponent, and Lucky, he is no joke himself. He does have, I've seen his name quite a bit on game replays, and he's so noob, Lucky. Does have quite a bit of, I don't remember what I was saying. He has pretty good levels across all factions, but Zero Shift does as well. Grenade going off here. Not gonna do too much. Actually gonna do a lot. Actually, may take out this rifle squad, especially when they're talking. Lucky says, hopefully he'll not be stupid. I don't know. I thought Zero Shift played a pretty good game, but you know, I don't know. It is what it is. You'll notice your mistakes more than anyone else. So a pretty good game there, played by Zero Shift. Lucky was the one that did post it, so I'm pretty sure he did not mind. The Panther battle group was about to come out, so if the Zero Shift did lose that engagement, he would have came out with 2 tanks and would probably have won the game. And really, he only had these AT guns out here on the field. So I hope you guys enjoyed that game. Remember, don't forget to criticize. I don't know how to say it. Criticism. Leave me some feedback on really everything, or just leave a comment. Please leave a comment. I love comments. So that's about it, and I'll see you guys next time.